청년들의 정치 참여가 활발하다고 알려진 북유럽. 특히 20, 30대 젊은 연령층에서 의원이나 총리가 배출되는 등 보다 직접적인 참여를 하는 청년들도 많습니다. 이러한 청년 정치 참여 문화가 자리 잡을 수 있었던 배경은 무엇일까요?
예, 핀란드에서 생활하면서 굉장히 인상 깊었던 것이 아동 청소년들부터 이런 의사결정 과정에 작은 단위든 큰 단위든 적극적으로 참여할 기회가 보장돼 있고 그것이 하나의 권리로서 인식되어 있다는 점입니다. 그래서 저희 아이가 학교를 다닐 때 그 교과서를 살펴보곤 했는데 이렇게 가르칩니다. 민주주의란 자신에게 영향을 미치는 어떠한 정책 결정 과정이든 거기에 자신도 일정한 수준의 참여를 할 수 있고 영향을 미칠 수 있어야 한다. 이렇게 가르칩니다. 그래서 당연히 아동 청소년도 아동 청소년에게 영향을 끼치는 의사결정이나 정책결정 과정에 예를 들면 학교 급식에서부터 지방자치단체의 청소년 정책 또는 예산 분배 과정에 목소리를 낼 수 있어야 된다라고 가르치고 실제로 그러한 제도나 프로그램들이 잘 마련이 되어 있습니다. 예를 들면 핀란드 지방자치단체들은 2000년대 초반부터 어린이 의회 제도를 운영을 해오고 있습니다. 그래서 각 학교별로 대표들을 뽑게 되고 그 대표들이 지방자치단체의 어린이 의회에 파견이 되어서 정례적으로 회합을 갖고 더 나아가서 고학년, 7학년부터 9학년 또는 그 이상의 고등학생이 되면 아예 지방자치단체의 공식 제도와 기재로서 청소년위원회에 참여할 수 있는 권리가 주어집니다. 역시 각 학교별로 대표들을 뽑아서 청소년위원회에 위원들로 파견을 하게 되고 그들이 해당 지방자치단체의 청소년 관련 정책이나 예산을 심의하고 결재까지 하는 그런 장면들이 확인이 되고 있습니다. 바로 이런 배경 속에서 어렸을 때부터 체계적으로 정치 교육이나 여러 가지 훈련들을 겪게 되고 경험을 쌓게 됩니다.
Kiukkusia. Ja me oltiin tästä koska Suomessa ei haluta tehdä ikätestakin poliisissa. Meiltä kannattaisi päästä nyt pikkusen kauemmas, ettei ainakaan sylkeä voisi koko ajan. Ja hyvällä ja heitä.
What do you think about the speech?
Terrible. Horrible.
Okay.
It doesn't represent the Finnish people. It's mostly about how they think that people that from outside are coming in Finland and they're not gonna get a job and they're pretty much living from their own Finnish money. So they think that they don't get a job and they don't deserve to stay here for because they're working and they think that they're staying just in Finland and they're doing nothing on their money.
They're educated people. They're not like people who are coming out from homeless people.
Like not everyone who move here is from somewhere else.
No, exactly.
They're not like homeless.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wasn't actually expecting to see so many of my friends and actually teenagers fighting against this because it's not really our fight that much. But of course, if we fight against this, I think a lot of people are gonna kind of take it more seriously.
Yeah,
we're tired of seeing the adults ruining our world. So much
and in
stuff
Finland,
going on.
we have this thing that teenagers have a lot of impact, and if we say something, they're gonna listen to us a lot more than, example, old people, because it's like our future, and we're building our own future in Finland.
Could you fix our future for us?
Yeah, I mean, we are fighting for our future.
Exactly.
So
we are fighting for
I know they usually do count on teenagers' voices and everything.
Yeah, like the Nuorten Parliament, the youth parliament. I was there last year, and it was an event where young Finnish people were able to ask the parliament that was back then in standing a bunch of questions, and they gave answers, the ministers, I mean. So that was interesting.
So we are Vasemmistonuoret, Left Youth of Finland, and we are a political youth organization here in Finland. The goal of our organization is to influence politics, both in Finland and globally, and also help youth become active in society through politics. Our target age group is youth up to 30 years old, so anyone who is 15 or between 15 and 30 years old can join the Left Youth. And below that, younger people can join with permission from their parents.
My name is Ayak Mayo, and I'm a 21-year-old candidate. This was the first parliamentary election where I could vote, and I could vote for myself because I was running. That was amazing. I'm feeling really good. We got 1,989 votes. And we did it on a really small budget. We used less than 3,000 euros. But the thing that brought me here was I was doing my second degree level studies. And in that 4-year time, I was doing my vocational studies and high school at the same time. And in that time, the Finnish politics, our country's leaders decided that they want to put young people between 15 and 18 or so on in unequal situations, like put them on different pedestals. So what they did was they cut 190 million euros from vocational studies. The only reason this is possible is because we're not there negotiating. Because we, the students, are not there negotiating for our future. We're not being heard. We can talk. What I think is important, what the left youth does is we say that we have an effect on the streets and on the cabinets. I cannot just sit and talk. I need to try to change something.
We've been trying to do a lot of work where we try to explain like our themes in a very understandable way, because like youth, like young people often feel that they don't maybe understand it, and they find it difficult to see the difference between different parties and so on. So I think a lot of what we have been trying to do is to explain things from our point of view, and also to bring out like our own candidates, like have them out and have their opinions heard, because like our young candidates don't run with a lot of money. They don't have a lot of money to put in their campaigns, so social media is a very important way for them to find a space to voice their opinions. So what we've been trying to do is to like give them the space for that and try to bring them out in a positive way.
Because what I see happening is so many politicians speak so much, but they say very little. So they keep talking and they use such words and such phrases that nobody really understands what is being said. And for me, this is stupid. Like, why would you do that? And so that's what I tried to do. And I spoke my truth, and I spoke the things I cared about with all my being. And me and my team, what we did was we tried to have as many channels as we could handle them. We had audio, we had visuals, we had text, and so forth. And it worked. So many young people, so young as 15 and whatnot, said that for the first time in my life, I'm actually interested in politics, and I feel like I can have effect on my future. And I was like, yes, Victory, do it. We can do it together. Let's go. And that was like, this was the biggest victory I felt happened.
Well, I joined when I was 16, and for me it was always quite clear that this was the right party for me, and it was also quite clear that I wanted to get involved at a very young age, and for that the Youth Union was a very good opportunity. I got to meet many people that shared the same values, looked at the world from the same perspective as I do, and that's really been a great experience for me so far, at least. So we are very independent as a youth organization, and we have very good access within the parties. And we want to build a competitive Finland, a European and international Finland, where people want to come to work, want to come to build their lives, and want to make Finland a great place for themselves and for the rest of us also. Well, one way is that we have the seat in the party board. So we have our own policies, we have our own line that we want to, our own vision for Finland, where we can push the party towards our goals, and also have a lot of leverage within the party that way.
The youth organization is a strong part about the parties in general. It's that all the under 30 years old members are able to participate also the youth work, and that's a way to learn more about how to make politics and how to be a politician, and it's active everywhere in Finland. Yeah. One of the most interesting is that the first 2 female prime ministers are from our party. So Anneli Jäätteenmäki and Mari Kiviniemi for the first female prime ministers.
Our constitution, starting from our constitution, says that it's a duty of the administration to provide people with adequate participation opportunities. This came in the constitution when it was amended in the year 2000, and I think this has been a very important feature because it also considers child and youth participation. We amended the municipal law, and youth councils became mandatory. So every municipality in Finland has to establish a youth council where young people can participate in. In Finland, the municipalities has a very strong role because 2/3 of all our social services like education and healthcare is taken care of by the municipalities. We have introduced a specific electronic channel, youth forum on the internet where young people can make their own initiatives and claims, and where the municipalities and the government answers their questions and try to take into consideration what their claims or interests are.
교육을 통해서도 민주주의와 정치 참여를 강조합니다. 또 어릴 때부터 신문이나 공영방송을 보는 것에 익숙한데요. 미디어 교육 역시 학교에서부터 충실하게 이루어집니다.
We have it in our Finnish language studies, but in every single subject we try to be critical about media and think about if something's written in the paper, do you believe everything or not? And they do have a law, but I think nowadays teenagers are also very aware of things, and maybe because we teach those ways to be critical for them, and they don't really believe in everything that's said, so there's a good generation coming up. So
in Finland we have lots of possibilities for children to learn about media and to express themselves through media. KAVI is a Finnish state authority, National Audiovisual Institute, and we are subordinate to the Ministry of Education and Culture, and one of our legal tasks is to promote media education, media skills, and safer media environment for children. It's fair to say that it's mandatory for education providers to carry out media education, and not actually just in elementary school, but also in preschool and in kindergartens. So it's basically mandatory for education providers since the children are born. We all know that we get information from so many sources, for example, newspapers, books, comics, infographics, videos, films, and so on. And how I'm introducing it to teachers when I'm conducting, for example, in-service training for teachers, I start by making them think how media is intertwined in our lives. We can use it for fun, of course, but also for expressing our own ideas, for using it responsibly, and for contributing to society.
Hei! Tänään valmistaudumme lasten uutisissa eduskuntavaaleihin. Käymme vaalitentissä ja saamme kuulla puolueiden jo.
What languages do you think I should learn in school?
As far as languages are concerned, you never know what you're going to do.
It's about our elections, and they had a debate in this building, and there was one question asked from a young person who asked a question that which languages you should learn, and every electorate answered that question.
We are trying to tell the news in a way that kids can understand. I think that this is the most important thing that we are doing, this TV thing. But of course, some kids like to read the news from newspaper, and some want to see them. Very often they give us feedback, and sometimes they want to participate because the kids want to know better about the news.
If we look at electoral participation among young people, it's much lower than among middle-aged and older people. and especially young people without any education, any further education. And here we look at especially young men. We see very low electoral participation, and that we consider, of course, a problem. In a way, a problem for our democracy. What we have tried to do is to introduce new participation channels for young people.
So there are very, very big differences in voting activities, but it doesn't mean that the young people in Finland would be politically inactive. They just tend to maybe channel their political activity to other places. So maybe they are the ones who are going on the streets and demonstrating, but I think it would be good to have a way to combine these two elements, because we need both of them really.
I think we should have more discussion about that how the schools should focus on those topics about that to reach and learn, teach the young people about that, how to participate and what's the role about the political parties.
I think that we should bring the policy issues also to the schools, but because it's not the case that the young people would not think politically or be politically active in one way or another, but in some way they might not recognize that their thinking is political, and they should be able to recognize that how their own thinking links to these political dimensions that we have in the society.
So I hope, and I have always said to them who are now active in the youth movement, that you should always take care, if you are somewhere 23, 25, that you should encourage those 15, 17, 18 years to come, the new generation to come, because if you're not doing that, then we are not going to have the future. So I hope they have, and I'm sure they have understood that. And as I said, I think there is really potential in this.
Young people are now more than ever interested in politics. They're just not channeling it towards political parties. So what I think we have is not a crisis of democratic participation. Young people are very active, they're very involved, and they're very knowledgeable of what's happening in politics.
So I saw that my mission was to speak especially to the youth, to me, to myself, that our future is ours, and we have all the power and we have all the right, and as a matter of fact, a responsibility to do what we can to have an effect on it.
네, 이렇게 핀란드에서 아동 청소년의 사회 참여, 더 나아가 심지어 정치 참여까지도 활발하게 일어날 수 있는 배경으로 청소년들에게 주어지는 충분한 형태의 사회 경제적 지원을 꼽을 수 있습니다. 특정한 기준만 충족하게 되면 특별한 자산 조사를 거치지 않고 일정한 액수의 현금을 지급하는 보편적인 수당 체계가 발전을 해왔습니다. 그렇기 때문에 청소년이나 대학생의 경우에도 경제적인 부담을 많이 느끼지 않은 채 사회 참여를 적극적으로 할 수 있는 그런 토대가 존재한다, 이렇게 말씀드리겠습니다. 이미 중고등학교에서부터 아주 생생하고 구체적인 그리고 현장감 있는 정치교육과 민주주의 교육을 진행을 하고 있고, 선거를 앞두고는 청소년들의 모의투표를 먼저 실시해서 그 결과를 미리 언론 등을 통해서 공표를 하고도 있습니다. 핀란드나 북유럽의 경우에. 그리고 이와 같은 과정이 오히려 자신의 인격과 여러 가지 정체성이 형성되는 청소년 시기에 이런 민주주의적 경험 그리고 정치 참여의 경험을 하는 것이 이후 평생 중요한 영향을 미친다라는 보고들이 나와 있습니다. 그래서 너무 어린 나이에, 예를 들면 청소년의 시기에 정치 과정에 입문하는 것이 과연 항상 바람직한 것인가에 대한 정치 철학적인 논쟁이 고대로부터 이렇게 이어져 왔습니다. 그러나 현대 사회는 이미 어린 나이에서부터 빠르게 사회 변화에 관련된 정보를 습득하기도 하고 관련된 기술을 습득하기도 합니다. 어떤 면에서는 성인보다 더 빠른 경우들도 많죠. 어린이나 청소년이라 하더라도 일정한 조건이 되면 충분한 형태로 사회와 민주적 의사결정 과정에 참여할 권리가 체계적으로 보장이 돼야 된다는 인식이 확대되어 왔다고 말씀드리겠습니다.
청년들의 정치 참여가 활발하게 이루어지는 이곳 북유럽. 미래 세대를 좋은 시민으로 성장시키는 교육이 이루어지고 내 삶과 연관된 모든 일에 목소리를 낼 권리가 있다는 걸 온 사회가 강조해온 덕분 아닐까요?